I just finished watching VOUGHT Rising's first trailer. Here's my reaction. It looks pretty good, like a first look at a solid period piece superhero drama. It seems like VOUGHT Rising will be depicting a slightly more decent, more idealistic Soldier Boy, which would be interesting. It looks like we'll be getting an extensive look at Stormfront and her machinations regarding Compound V and her secret Nazi agenda from decades ago. I've also heard that VOUGHT Rising's story is at its roots an LA Confidential themed murder mystery. And being that LA Confidential is in my top 10 favorite mystery movies, that knowledge alone has gotten my attention. Still, I do have 3 concerns. First, viewers who've watched The Boys and Gen V already know how this story ends for most, if not all, the major characters whom this show will be depicting, which does threaten to sap much of the intrigue from this show. That's one of the more major problems that can affect prequel stories, and I've got no reason to believe that it will not affect VOUGHT Rising also. Second, this show is billed as a Soldier Boy Stormfront-led adventure, which means that this show may well ask viewers to root specifically for unapologetic racists like Soldier Boy and even more so Stormfront, who is a closeted Nazi who brags about unaliving non-Aryan races. And I'm not saying that the bad guy as a protagonist storyline cannot work. Other creatives have done it quite well with iconic shows like Dexter, Breaking Bad, and Better Call Saul. I am saying, though, that I'm not sure VOUGHT Rising will be able to pull it off with particularly Stormfront if the show goes there. After all, Dexter, Breaking Bad, and Better Call Saul presented flawed people with strong characterization who at least had the seeds of good in them, not downright wicked people with active plans to unalive entire cultures for no reason besides racial hatred. Third, and this is the same problem that largely sank Gen V, stories in the Boys universe usually work best when they're anchored by Homelander and to a lesser degree Billy Butcher, Huey Campbell, and Starlight. Anthony Starr's performance as Homelander and that character's looming threat really did carry the Boys for at least 2 seasons after that show lost its luster. But Homelander won't be there as a plot device to save VOUGHT Rising. Neither will Butcher, Huey, or Starlight. This show is going to have to survive on its own steam, and if Gen V, the other spin-off show in the Boys universe, is any indication, VOUGHT Rising may not be able to do that. Anyway, drop your thoughts in the comments, like and follow for more, but nevertheless...